growth story further blossomed in July of 2015 when the government of India unveiled what later turned out to be the country's most fruitful campaign, the mission Digital India. With three primary objectives that comprise the creation of a robust digital infrastructure, the streamlining of governance, and the citizens' digital empowerment. The program initially focused on enhancing the speed of communication between service providers and consumers. And with quantum leaps in the last 7 years, India's digital achievements have played a pivotal role in strengthening Brand India. With a 33% year-on-year growth, the Indian market clocked over 74 billion digital payments during the 2021 to 2022 financial year. India has become the market leader in terms of digital payments. Since 2019, it has registered a phenomenal growth. According to a March 2021 report by ACI Worldwide, India topped the charts with over 25 billion online payments. China, the next closest competitor, was far behind with only 15.7 billion payments. The Digital India campaign has been a major success in India's governance model as well. The government has shifted nearly all its schemes and operations online, and also added nearly 63 million micro, small, and medium enterprises into the formal economy through GST, which compelled them to embrace technology for tax filing and other purposes. This has proven to be a highly effective approach towards eliminating any systemic flaws and corruption. Today, India is home to over 100 startup unicorns with a total valuation of over 335 billion USD. And since India has prioritized a digital-first ecosystem, high-growth startups are making a beeline to set up operations in the country. The key drivers in this rapid rise include growing internet penetration, demographic dividend, increasing smartphone penetration, and India's robust IT sector. From chip makers to chai-selling entrepreneurs, from premier tech companies to small banks, every single entity in the country is encouraging its consumers to switch to a more convenient digital method.
पेमेंट्स के अंदर बहुत ज़्यादा डिजिटल इस्तेमाल हो रहा है। यूपीआई की हम बात करें या बैंकों में भी बात करें तो डिजिटल की तरफ कस्टमर का फोकस भी और रादर सभी का फोकस बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ गया है। तो कैश का भी लेन देन कम हुआ है, तो उसका इफेक्ट ही है कि हम लोग काफ़ी चीज़ें जो है कैश फ्री हो गए, उसके हमारे जो फ्रॉड्स होते हैं वो कम हो गए, उसकी वजह से कस्टमर के लिए बहुत कन्वीनियंट हो गया है।
When the COVID-19 pandemic took a massive toll on people across the world, the Digital India campaign helped in soothing some anxieties of people in India. With high mobile adoption rates, citizens can access vital help by tapping on their phone screens. The government not only launched applications to keep the pandemic at bay, but also provided real-time information in order to avoid chaos and panic. The government's Arogya Setu app, which provided real-time COVID updates, healthcare guidance, and vaccination assistance, set the gold standard across the world on how government and technology can work to help its citizens. India's sophisticated CoWIN platform, with its easy user interface and robust security backend to protect users' data, won plaudits across the world. Over a dozen countries reached out to the Indian government to help build similar citizen-first centric apps. India's digital story has set an example for the world and has put India on the path to breach the $1 trillion mark in its economic growth. Further strengthening the decades-old alliance of India and Nepal, New Delhi recently gifted 75 ambulances and 17 school buses to several Nepalese organizations. This comes in line with India's outreach program towards its neighbors, of which Nepal is an essential part and a favored partner. Earlier during the pandemic as well, the government of India gifted several ventilator ambulances to the Himalayan nation.
जुन प्रकारको सामग्री हस्तान्तरण भएको छ पक्कै पनि नेपाली जनतालाई आकस्मिक उपचार गर्नको निम्ति यहाँको यो सहयोगले ठुलो हामीलाई मद्दत हुनेछ भन्ने कुरा स्वतः प्रष्ट छ र म फेरि पनि आभार प्रकट गर्न चाहन्छु।
New Delhi's multi-layered efforts towards assisting Nepal in its development principally focused on improving living standards and other socio-economic aspects of people's lives. From unhindered trade routes to train connectivity to gas pipelines, New Delhi has constantly backed Nepal in achieving new feats. Both sides are also putting in joint efforts to develop more hydropower. India has also provided both technological and financial support in Nepal's development initiatives. After the 2015 earthquake, the Indian government extended $150 million USD in assistance to Nepal to provide financial and technical support that included the reconstruction of 50,000 houses. During the early phases of the pandemic, India was one of the first responders to Nepal's medicine shortages. India airlifted 23 tons of medicines and emergency medical equipment to Kathmandu. Nepal was also one of the first countries to receive India's indigenously developed COVID vaccines. India in the past has also extended lines of credit to Nepal for different development projects. Although the India-Nepal diplomatic relationship was formalized in the 1950s with the Indo-Nepal Treaty of Peace and Friendship, the trade and the people-to-people connect between the two countries have been in existence and have flourished for centuries. The nationals of two countries do not require a visa to enter the other. The Indian Army, too, has an infantry regiment, primarily comprising of Nepalese nationals. Nepal is India's 11th largest export destination, up from the 28th position in 2014. In 2021 to 2022, it constituted 2.34% of India's exports. India has said time and time again that it will continue to push for policies that are beneficial for both the countries and will assist its neighbor during any crisis. While acknowledging India's efforts for the people of Nepal, Kathmandu too has maintained that India is one of its oldest and closest allies, and it has resolved to further deepen ties in the future.